Hello and a day and a good fortune for ya. I have a good goddamn show for you. It's so gonna be so fucking great you won't wanna do anything else. It's the Dave Show. It's the Lord of Patriarchy Show. It's gonna be so fucking wonderful. Go fuck yourself. Oh, come on, you. Jesus fucking Christ. We're gonna have the same goddamn Oh, fuck. Here we go. God damn it. This has been not a problem for so long, and now it's just gonna be a persistent dickhole. And it wasn't this problem, this persistent this afternoon. Great. Now we're going to have the multiple fucking waves of, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Fine. Fuck it. No one donates. I don't give a shit.
Being creative on a budget.
All right. Look. I'm just going to reset the entire fucking computer. That seemed to work last night. So I'll see everyone in a couple of minutes. All right.
Huge microaggression.
If your boss needs you to do something, shut the fuck up and do it, Buttercup.
Because everyone assumes that you put the black girl in front of everybody and things will be fine. And I absolutely hate that we're used as a token to attract those people. When
you tokenize yourself, sweetheart.
My opinion, if everyone just embraces minorities as a whole, not just African Americans,
yeah, except you want us to constantly see color. I'll embrace you as an equal. There's no problem with that. But that means all your stupid special treatment is gone, and that means I'm not gonna do a goddamn thing for Black History Month.
And so I hope that you guys find this video helpful on low-cost initiatives of things to do when you're celebrating Black History Month. And so my very first initiative that I immediately thought of is a candlelight visual. It doesn't have to be nighttime.
Oh, for fucking what, you dumb bitch?
And so my very first initiative.
For God's sakes, now the video quality on this end is fucking... Oh my God.
Now, I know we all get excited because we don't.
Oh, for God's sakes. No, we don't.
Or of the minority community,
fuck it.
in addition to holders, and you can just display some paper boards of African Americans who've made an impact in the history, and so many of them have passed. So they've not only made an impact in African American history, but also the United States history. And
yeah, I'd rather do that with the founding fathers, thank you.
Any country. Same for Harriet Tubman. Same for Rosa Parks. Like, you can even do the most common names, like I just said.
You know, Rosa Parks didn't do all that much. Harriet Tubman did a lot more and had a lot bigger set of balls than either Martin Luther King or Rosa Parks. All Rosa Parks did was refuse to give up a fucking seat. And she wasn't even a bitch about it.
About something about Black History Month. If you don't want...
Yeah, here's a good thing. How about we stop going with Black history and we just call it American history? How about that?
Now, I know we all get excited because we don't ever want people to not be working during work time. But if you just knew the...
Yes, if I'm paying you to be there, I'd like you to be working during work time. I don't give a fuck what you do with the rest of your time, but while I'm paying you to be there, I'd prefer you to be working.
Impact of employee engagement and employee satisfaction from doing these initiatives.
Exactly. Black history is American history. Therefore, Black History Month is ridiculous.
Then you'd be absolutely okay with my next option of doing a movie day. Y'all ain't even got to be a whole day. I mean, most movies are 2, maybe 3 hours long. I mean, we get the Malcolm X, that's a long movie. We talk about Selma, we talk about an hour and a half. Bring popcorn on. Bring a popcorn machine. Bring
Why the fuck would I have a movie date with my employees? No!
Everyone into one room. Now with these coffee chats, you will discuss all the amazing things that allowed us to even create Black History Month.
Oh, God. Just no. Can we just stop with the pity party?
Or even
Oh, shit. Maybe this is the problem. This got set back to normal latency. I always had this at low latency. Okay, this might be the problem.
Me, I have several friends of all different races, and definitely several that are in the white community and doing Black.
I guarantee you don't have shit for friends in the white community.
Outside of the group. It might not be a bad idea to have a point of contact as a therapist or counselor to help them navigate those feelings and for you to understand how you can handle that differently. Maybe you want to try doing a narrator doing these coffee chats until everyone...
Yeah, here's a thought. What if the person is the boogeyman? What if you actually have to deal with an actual honest-to-God racist? But being a racist isn't illegal. And at least if it was my company, if they're the best person for the job they're in, I'm not firing them just because they don't like you because you're black. What are you going to do then? As long as they don't do anything, egregious, they're the best person for the job. They keep their opinions to themselves. As long as they keep their opinions to themselves, not a lot you can do.
But I highly suggest that you spotlight Black-owned businesses. So I remember...
Oh, really? We just had this blow up with Crispy's Chicken. It's a chicken joint opened by the great Randy Moss. But, of course, the manager decides to play the race card every fucking chance he gets. And pretty much alienates everyone. Just because a business is black-owned doesn't mean it's worth a fuck. I don't care the race of the person that owns the business. I just care, do they have what I need?
Right? So maybe...
Except being fired for just being racist, but not really doing anything. Just holding beliefs and that's it. And hell, I think even publishing those beliefs. That's illegal termination. First Amendment, Phoenix.
You want to pay for everyone to get one appetizer or what have you in memory of Black History Month. Now, not only the food trucks, you can absolutely put into your newsletter, your social media posts, different Black-owned businesses.
No, I'm not. I'm not giving everyone a free appetizer. It's some black-ass owned business. Okay.
That you like the spotlight. It's just tons.
And by the way, honestly, do you not see how racist that is? If it was up to me, Black History Month would be done away with. It's just history.
History Month clothing.
Yes, at-will employment is certainly a thing, but they can only fire you for certain reasons.
Line or what have you.
There is such a thing as an illegal firing, my dear.
Guys, another thing I suggest is having Black History trivia. So again, this is one that can not only be done in...
Oh, God, Black History trivia. Jesus fucking Christ. I'd fire this woman immediately from my company.
Person, but definitely virtual. Would make your employees feel so welcomed.
I don't care if my employees feel welcome or not. I need them to do their jobs.
but it's definitely
I agree with that, Emily. Don't hire fucking woke-ass black women.
doing infographics that include black facts. Any
No, I'm not going to do that. I don't care.
facts that relate to Black History Month.
I need you to do your job. I don't give a fuck about Black History Month.
Maybe instead of doing them, hide some things around the office that totally relate to Black History Month. Make your folks go out and find it, and then they can win some prizes.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to diminish worker productivity to have a stupid fucking scavenger hunt. What is it with HR departments and constantly wanting us to play children's games?
Break the bank. So I really hope that you guys found this video helpful. This channel is all focused.
This is why I hate HR. This is why I cannot wait for the destruction of the HR department. Because all it is we're playing stupid games we would have played in kindergarten. You know, and, yeah, now we're playing them as an adult. So, no, I'm done with these stupid fucking games and all this other stupid shit. And this is the first 25-minute video, so I may end this on this, because, I don't know, I'm pissed off with, I don't know, whatever. Let's go.
It should be, I told you so. The US integrated their army before many other institutions or anything like living places and everything in the US. Doesn't mean the US wasn't racist because it had an integrated armed forces.
It means it wasn't very racist because redlining died about 10 years later, you stupid, dumb British motherfucker. By the way, fuck you. Why are you talking about my goddamn political system or my goddamn country? You stupid fucking British piece of trash. Well, I don't think I'm going to give in a WrestleMania promo by the end of this. All right, anyway, I got to go take a whiz. I'll be right back.
Misplaced Western guilt. These guys like to conflate prosperity for white people in these African countries for like general prosperity.
Rhodesia was drug into the ground because of civil fucking war, you dumb fuck! And by the way, a lot of countries in Africa were far better being ruled over by Britain! As we've seen in the intervening decades since they left! Yeah, imperialism ain't all bad. Some people can't rule themselves. Or it goes right back to tribal warfare.
And that this system, that he has a white supremacist symbol, you know, you got that.
But he said, Afghan Waffen. Are you sure this is not a troll account, sir?
He's also uploaded a bunch of white supremacist songs. French Fascist, the BUP, we made a video on them.
Well, aren't you a fascist? I mean, you support Bernie Sanders, you support Black Lives Matter, you support Antifa. So, by definition, you're a fascist.
New York Times did a really good article.
I don't give a fuck on any of this thing. Africa's a shithole. I don't care what happens to it.
Very in-depth about this stuff from about 3 years ago. Rhodesia's dead, but white supremacists have given it new...
No, imperialism is not always bad.
Life online, and we're going to get in 1970s.
Well, I don't know. If it wasn't for colonization, Japan would still be stuck in its ancient ways. Just saying.
Rhodesia was the equivalent of an unprintable racist epithet in the United States.
And again, Africa would still be about 500 years behind the times. Under Heaven really trying to challenge me on history? Ooh, make your peace.
Basically been a symbol of sort of like...
Yeah, the Japanese Empire was horrible. It was almost worse than the Nazis. And in some ways was worse than the Nazis. But I'm not talking about the Japanese Empire. Now am I, Underhaven?
You see,
every people deserve to be self-governed. Okay, so a small town in the US of A wants to break away from the government. Do we let them? I mean, we know they'll be back in a week, but do we let them? The answer is no.
Of course, Rhodesian.
And considering everyone has been conquered at every other point, fuck off.
To you, that this guy thinks out of everything that has happened since World War II, you know, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Iran, Iraq, all these awful wars that have happened, even like modern ones like the Iraq War as well, none of that is, you know, really bad.
Except none of that shit, most of that shit your country was not involved in. What the fuck do you care? What do you care? Also, do we really want to see the communist fucking war record? Because all communists do is just throw people into the fucking meat grinder. Meet Mao Zedong and goddamn Joseph Stalin of World War II as the two best examples of that. So, yeah.
Bad, the fall of Rhodesia, the fall of a white supremacist state, which was...
I don't know. It seems that Africans were doing better when white people were in charge. Just saying.
Propping up a...
You know, South Africa, most African countries. Just saying.
Apartheid and working in conjunction with apartheid South Africa.
Also, Southwest Asian states, you know, like Cambodia. It seems that everything was better when, you know, the white people were in charge.
Okay.
All right, I don't care. Yeah, the Third Reich fell. It was always going to fall. All I'm saying is these areas were a lot more stable when European powers were in control. Then when they left, everything broke down into civil war.
Floppies. So he's using the racial slur from Rhodesia about killing black people.
Except, Iron Gullet, you have a British accent when I've talked to you. I don't know, maybe you don't. But, yeah, no, well, look, we could have won Vietnam. If we'd have fully committed ourselves and went balls to the wall, we would have won. But it wouldn't have looked good politically because we would have burned the country to the ground. No, fine, but the point remains the same. If we'd have went balls to the wall like we did in World War II, we'd have won Vietnam in 5 minutes. But we decided to fight a war with the gloves on, which is incredibly stupid. And we fought it for political reasons, which is equally incredibly stupid.
On a republic, that's pretty funny.
I don't even care. What happens on the African continent is irrelevant because it's going to be a shithole for about the next century. Then maybe it can work itself out. Oh, God damn you, Power Falcon. Fine, I'll do the whole fucking thing. Fine, we're gonna run it while I get another beer.
Where the country would be in no time bankrupt. So people in the comments saying, why don't you make it easier for all people in Rhodesia to access this stuff? So someone else saying, turn the focus on how Zimbabwe turned out. Racists are not the...
Well, I don't know. People bitch and complain about how fucking fucked over women are in our country right now. Yet you can't be yet women can't be bothered to run for public office.
Blacks were not ready to run the country. Oh, that's, totally not racist. Society. Previously successful.
I hate any sort of Heritage Month. I hate any sort of History Month. I hate it. I hate any of this shit.
Chances are good. The issue of race and ridiculous.
No, my point is they constantly bitch about the lack of women in politics. You'd think it'd be much more, but again, women just can't be bothered to run.
Rhodesia is more nuanced right now of what Rhodesia looked like. This doesn't mean progress when you make white neighborhoods, very rich, make them look very, Western, contemporary Western. Just because white people benefited off this system and could create these very modern towns and stuff.
When everybody is propelled upward economically, that means the best for everyone, including the fucking poor. This is why socialism/communism doesn't fucking work!
Doesn't mean... so let's get into Ian Smith a bit more. So here's a Guardian article from the year 2000. So former Rhodesian Prime Minister...
Oh God, he pulled up an article for fucking 20 years ago. If you want to make your case, maybe have your sources not 20 plus years old.
Mr. Ian Smith returns a week tomorrow to his home in Zimbabwe. He says he relishes the prospect of facing charges of genocide threatened by Robert Mugabe. In a union debate, Smith found himself on trial for having failed to learn the lessons of history. Smith said he refused to apologise for the atrocities committed while he held office. He said he had no regrets about the estimated 30,000 Zimbabweans killed during his rule. The more we killed, the happier we were. We were fighting terrorists. So, lovely guy, this man. Smith, who ruled southern Rhodesia and now Zimbabwe for 15 years.
Well, I'm sorry, but when some Middle Eastern son of a bitch says Allahu Akbar and somebody puts a bullet in his head after he says that, I do feel a little more secure.
Defended his actions, saying, we were fighting a war. They were killing innocent people. They were killing their own people. They were massacring innocent people. We never killed civilians, even though they did. Throughout the course...
It's a war. Civilians always die on both sides. Fuck you, you little pussy bitch.
White population. Both regions fundamentally discriminated against the majority of the population in economic, social, and political circumstances. Both regions denied enfranchisement ostensibly on the basis of other factors, but in reality on race. Both repressed African nationalist movements through violent actions. Both banned racial integration through social mixing and interracial marriage.
And then what happened when equality was achieved? Oh, now you have the reverse of that apartheid. Now you have black people trying to violently chase out white farmers in South Africa. Oh, looks like you fucked up on that one. So you're fine with people being violently harassed off their land because they're white. That's what you're saying, Iron Gullet. You dumb, stupid son of a bitch.
Twitter, maintain the individual communities on.
Alright, I'm going to start instituting a limit on the length of videos so I don't have to deal with shit like this. Because there's another one. Oh, I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to hope this Twitter thing clears up. Well, this YouTube or internet thing clogs up. I'm gonna go and cook some food. But, yeah. I'm gonna put a time limit on the videos. You guys can fucking. I'm gonna put a 2-tiered pricing system. All right. Good night, everyone.